And we are in line 2, and it says beautiful in elevation. Now, what is beautiful in elevation? Well, we just talked about in line 1 about the city of God. Beautiful in elevation, or beautiful in height. The joy of the whole earth is Mount Zion, on the sides of the north, the city of the great king. All right, so beautiful in elevation, and that beautiful sends us to Psalm 50, line 2, that we're going to get to in a couple of psalms from now. Out of Zion, the perfection of beauty, God will shine forth. Out of Zion, the perfection of beauty, describing that Zion, the perfection of beauty, God will shine forth. And he does. He does. He really does. And then so it says the joy of the whole earth. So the beautiful in elevation, talking about the city of God, beautiful in elevation, the joy of the whole earth is Mount Zion on the sides of the north, the city of the great king. All right, so the joy of the whole earth is what? Mount Zion, all right, that holy place, that holy city of God on the sides of the north, the city of the great king. Line 3, God is in her palaces. He is known as her refuge. And so God is in Mount Zion, and he is known as Mount Zion's refuge. All right. Let's go. Line 4, starting our next stanza, says, for behold, the kings assembled. They passed by together. They saw it, and so they marveled. They were troubled. They hastened away. Fear took hold of them there, and pain as of a woman in travail. And when you break the ships of Tarshish with an east wind. All right. And so now Mount Zion is the city of what? Of the great king, which is God, Jesus. All right. And then now it says, now for behold, the kings assembled, talking about the kings of the earth assembled. All right. And then so they give us an example of kings assembling in 2 Samuel. 2 Samuel 10. All right. And so this is talking about David and his when he was in battle. All right. So 2 Samuel 10. We're going to look at line 6 and then 14. Now we're going to be in 2 Samuel again when we get to Psalm 51. All right. Just keep that in your mind. So 2 Samuel 10, look, I forgot what I had to read. Verse 6 says, so when the people of Ammon saw that they had made themselves repulsive to David, the people of Ammon sent and hired the Syrians of Beth Rehob and the Syrians of Zobah, 20,000 foot soldiers, and from King Maacah, 1,000 men, and from Ishtab, 12,000 men. All right. And then so we're going to drop down to verse 10. And the rest of the people he put under the command of Abishai, his brother, that he might put them in battle array against the people of Ammon. I think that was the one I was supposed to read. No, it's 14. Anyway. So 14 it says, and when the people of Ammon saw that the Syrians were fleeing, they also fled before Abishai and entered the city. So Joab returned from the people of Ammon and went to Jerusalem. All right. And so this is an example of that back in Psalm 48, line 4. For behold, the kings assembled. They passed by together. They saw it, and so they marveled, saying that they passing by the city of God. All right. They were troubled. They hastened away. And so they were troubled when they saw it, and they just ran away from it. 6. Fear took hold of them there, and pain as of a woman in travail. And so it gives us an example of being how they were taken hold of in Exodus 15:15. Exodus 15:15 that says, then the chiefs of Edom would be dismayed, the mighty men of Moab, trembling would take hold of them, all the inhabitants of Canaan will melt away. All right. And they will. No one is a match for God. I don't know why people keep trying. All right. And then it says, line 7, as when you break the ships of Tarshish with an east wind. And that sends us to Ezekiel 27:25. Get it? 27:25. All right. And then it says, the ships of Tarshish were carriers of your merchandise. You were filled and very glorious in the midst of the seas. All right. And so that just giving us an example of how the ships of Tarshish were carriers of merchandise and how they were just on the water. So that's just an example to corroborate, to give us an image, a picture of what was going on and what the sons of Korah was singing in their song. So we're going to go ahead and break here, and then we'll pick it up in the next stanza.